field is set. The intensity is starting to build. There's nothing like it anywhere in the country. This is NASCAR racing at its best. The SK Modifieds go green for the SK 5K, presented by NAPA here at the Stafford Motor Speedway.
And Refrano breaks out in front, trying to take him down is Hines. And a good battle already developing for third. David Arute is in the middle of it, and so is Joey Cipriano.
Joey Cipriano takes the number 78 car, white car, on the inside of the second row. He peeks at the inside, thinks twice of it, slips up the racetrack, and goes to the outside. Side-by-side racing, like the point of an arrow, the top three, but then they're doubled up. And it is a battle now already coming back to life for second, and Cipriano is moved into the runner-up spot.
Yeah, he was able to crank it up underneath Tyler Hines. Now moving into fourth is Troy Tallman, so he is off to a good early start, being challenged by David Arute. And now thundering on the outside is Ronnie Williams. Ronnie Williams is not messing around. He is surging to the front.
And there's no question about it. They're high, wide, and handsome as they come off turn number 4. The color black seems to be the first color that emerges and is heading to the front. You might think that's a joke, but let me tell you, it is not. Because here comes Keith Rocco, Mike Christopher, and right there behind him is the guy who runs up front in the point standings as well. They thunder back off turn number 4. Ronnie Williams is just ahead of that pack of cars. He's now found a home among the top 6 positions. Joey Cipriano turned off the quickest lap in 4, 19.535. Matt, we've got a bid for third.
And that's Troy Tallman trying to submarine his way underneath Hines, and he is going to make it stick. So Troy Tallman has infiltrated the top 3.
Keep your eyes on Todd Owen, car number 81. Why do I say that? He's won the last 2 Friday nights here at Stafford. In addition to that, keep your eyes on Glenn Reen, black number 17 car, just in front of him. Owen is in the 13th position, and Glenn Reen is in position number 12. 6 laps of 100 in this Napa event. Marcello Refrano, a kid that came up from the ranks of what we call then the Dare Stock division, went on to conquer the SK Lights, won a regional title shot there as well. And look out a little further back in the field, Matt, at the bottom of the top 10, Eric Berndt, the Bulldog, is there. He's got 2 wins to his credit. That's car number 54, the Causes Central Auto Sales car.
And Byrne is right behind David Arute in car number 75 as they swing their way off turn number 4. Eric Berndt has a temperament that is perfectly suited for these long races. So he is trying to thunder his way up near the front. The script remains the same at the top of the field with Marcello Refrano holding off Joey Cipriano.
Marcello Refrano hasn't had the season that he'd like, but all of a sudden, he's really come into his maturity in tonight's event. Look a little further back at the bottom of the top 10. Ronnie Williams is in the 6th spot. Keith Rocco is 7th. Michael Jervis, front runner in the points, is 8th. Corey DiMatteo, car number 6, is in the 9th spot, and 10th is Glenn Reen. Chase Dowling has worked his way up to the top 15. Remember, he too is a former winner of this event. Last year's winner was Ronnie Williams. Dowling is in the orange number 31 car, a car that Stephen Kopsick had driven previously in this event.
Glenn Reen has been making some nice moves. He is now 9th, 1 spot behind Michael Jarvis. And nothing's changed at the front, except there might be a contender challenging our top 2. That's Troy Tallman. And challenging Tallman is Mike Christopher Jr.
Well, Mike Christopher Jr., him and his dad, they have been really happy with this race car. A couple of weeks back, they won at the Thompson Speedway, something they hadn't done before. And tonight, they seem to be stronger than ever. Look for the movers and shakers. Who are they? If you're watching, take a look at the number 81 machine of Todd Owen. Purple and white race car.
Here comes Glenn Reen underneath Rocco.
But that doesn't work because Todd Owen goes to the outside, pedal to the metal, crosses the stripe now. Rocco is in 7th. Glenn Reen moves back to the 8th spot, but Owen's got a car that's working magic in the upper groove. Down the back straightaway. Keep your eyes on Todd Owen. Car number 81. Owen looks to the outside, Matt, and Owen is up to position number 8.
As he is halfway up to Rocco, now 90% of the way up to Rocco, trying to take him on the outside. So here comes Owen. He boogies his way off the corner, and leading by a centimeter now is Keith Rocco.
Keith Rocco moves right back into content. These guys are real fighters. They're what we call the old bull ring fighters that never give up in their quest to get to the front of the field. If you don't know, Todd Owen builds and makes his own race cars, but that's not the only story. There are 4 other race cars that compete here at Stafford that he maintains and builds. They are literally built in a garage in Somers, Connecticut. Same can be said for Keith Rocco. He's in the rental management business. Imagine renting a front-running machine and winning. Look at Michael Christopher. Michael Christopher just turned a 19.440. Black cars with those famed Christopher digital numbers that his father ran here at Stafford for many, many a season. And now Michael Christopher makes it look so easy. He's in to position number 3. Car number 82. Matt, he started back in the 9th spot. And look a little further back, we're seeing a lot of other cars like Eric Berndt coming to life.
And Keith Rocco is having quite a battle with the 81 of Owen. Then Rena's in the neighborhood. Then Eric Berndt is involved in another fight with Corey DiMatteo behind him. And now trying to make a move on the outside of David Arute is Dan Avery. Remember last year in this race, Dan Avery's car caught on fire, and he drove it right to his pit stop to put the fire out. Rocco in an intense battle with Owen.
While that was happening, Ronnie Williams' car backed up 2 positions, tucking out of line to the outside. Rocco is in the black number 88 car. Then the black 17 is Glenn Reen, purple and white, almost like the Easter Bunny. It is Todd Owen in the upper groove. Owen continues to work his magic to the outside lane. Who has gained more positions on the racetrack so far? Car number 31, Chase Dowling. He started back in the 21st starting position, and he has worked his way up to contend among the top 10 cars, just moving in to position number 10.
Marcello Refrano has earned a lot of money so far as Owen is trying to make a move against Rocco, and here he comes, and he made it very easily. So Todd Owen is definitely on the move. Marcello Refrano has won $250 for winning a heat race, and he has just won $250 more for leading lap number 13. So he's already got $500 in his bank account.
He certainly has, Matt, and we also want to point out, while all that has been happening, we see that the way they stand currently, Marcello Refrano has been the only leader in 23 circuits. Joey Cipriano is 2nd, Mike Christopher is 3rd, Troy Talman is 4th, Tyler Hines is 5th, Todd Owen is 6th, Keith Rocco is 7th, Glenn Reen is 8th, Michael Jervis is 9th, Chase Dowling is 10th, Eric Berndt is 11th, and in the 12th spot is Ronnie Williams. Now remember, tire management is going to be the story here in this event as well, because you heard what one of the competitors said earlier. They do not have the luxury of bolting on 4 good feel goods. Meanwhile, look at Glenn Reen. He's trying to get down underneath Keith Rocco, Matt. What's going to happen there?
And Reen has inside position, and he jackknifes his way underneath Rocco. Rocco, retaliation. But Reen will beat him into the 3rd corner. So Reen, who was very patient in the beginning of this race, has started to pick up some pizzazz.
The car that is just amazing power-wise is Todd Owens. He's up to the 6th spot.
Out.
Trouble now off turn number 4. We've got 3 cars involved in the mix-up. We'll take a look and see from our vantage point. Joey Cipriano on the outside. Down into turn number 2. And inch by, they're 3 wide, Matt, as they come off the turn.
Christopher comes out of nowhere. Mike Christopher in a bold move for the lead, trying to take it away from Cipriano as they cyclone their way off turn number 4. At the line, it is Cipriano, but Mike Christopher is sitting on his lap.
Mike Christopher pulls off the Timex timely move of the event. He now moves into the lead. 3 leaders in 27 laps. The lead changed twice in 1 circuit, less than half a mile. Out in front, Michael Christopher. 2nd is Joey Cipriano. Here comes the outside lane, Talman. And almost like we called it on cue, Todd Owen is coming to the front of the class. So isn't Keith Rocco, and so isn't Chase Dowling. Dowling just dipped underneath Todd Owen in a 4-car battle for position number 5.
And Keith Rocco, he is dipping up underneath Toy Chalman, and he is now attacking the back bumper of the Tyler Hines car. So Rocco is on the move. I think Marcello Refrano might have got a little casual on that restart, and Mike Christopher Jr. took him to school.
Look at Rocco. Rocco just pulled off a great move as he put that patented move into turn number 3 to give him position number 4. So it is Rocco up to the 4th spot. Hines back to 5. Dowling is still in 6th. Owen is 7th. Talman is in 8th. Jervis is 9th. And Corey DiMatteo. Matt, we haven't talked about him. He's now among the top 10.
He started in the top 10 tonight and has been hanging around the top 10. Keith Rocco was asked before the race, was he going to be patient tonight? And he said absolutely not. So he is trying to catch up to the man in 3rd, Refrano. Here comes Dowling. Dowling in a bid for 4th place.
Dowling bids to the inside. He puts the hammer down as they come off the turn. Here's a car that was in the garage setting up on jack stands all winter long. Nobody took a look at it. It needed a little love, and Dowling gave it some love, and now it's up to the top 4. Todd Owen
had some great momentum.
He has some power. What a powerhouse with the number 81 machine. So car number 81, Todd Owen, has now moved into the top 5. Remember, the last 2 Friday night events, Owen was the star of the show, and we look at timing and scoring, still the quickest lap has been turned by Michael Christopher. Christopher in command. They come off the turn down to the stripe again. Look a little further back, Matt, and we've got a battle going on between Salva and David Arute, and that is currently for the 10th and the 11th position. 2 white cars are there.
Now Keith Rocco is going to get an attack from Tyler Hines in the middle of turns 3 and 4, and he is able to execute the move. They tried something new in that number 25 car this week, and it worked that time against Keith Rocco.
There's no question about it. Down the back straightaway, Christopher is still in command. Let's look at timing and scoring. Last time by, 19,697 for Christopher. Cipriano with a 767. Dowling in the 4th spot with a 640. What does that mean? Dowling is quicker. We've got a caution. Caution for a spin.
And it is Andrew Moeller who has spun in car number 35. Right now, Mike Christopher has the opportunity to restart with the lead. Remember how electrifying he was the last time. And he is going to get the best of Cipriano as they blister their way down the backstretch. Here comes Refrano trying to move into 2nd.
Well, there's no question about it. He tries to gain on the bottom move. The inside lane seems to get the bite coming off the turn. Refrano is there. Then it's 4 cars stacked side by side. Leader out in front, Christopher, like the point of an arrow. And then it's Refrano into 2nd. All of a sudden, here comes Owen. He's on the bottom. Todd Owen's got a race car, Matt. It runs on rails on the top side and the inside. Owen is on a roll here tonight, Matt, as he quickly moves into the 3rd spot. Almost on cue, it appears that Chase Dowling takes a little bit of a rest, then stomps back on the throttle. This kid's got a ton of talent. Look at Owen. Oh, they touch, Matt, off the turn.
There was contact between he and Refrano, and the winner of that battle was Owen as he moves on to 2nd. And it is Cipriano to take 3rd away from Refrano. And here comes Dowling. He's on the inside. He is following Cipriano. And it looks like Dowling is on the verge of getting by Refrano to move into 4th.
The brightest blip on the radar seems to be the number 31 machine. Not only is it orange and one of the brightest cars on the racetrack, but it is Dowling who's moved up to the 4th spot. Meanwhile, it is trouble. We've got a problem in turn number 2 underneath the 104.1 billboard, and it is the 21 of Stephen Kopsick and Leary with the number 1 car. So Stephen Kopsick's car, left front tire is flat. We have only 2 cars that are not on the lead lap, the 27 and the 21.
Owen got a push from Dowling, and it pushed him into the lead.
Here comes Dowling on the back bumper, down the back straightaway. 1, 2, 3, kind of one of those Teddy Christopher punches. Here comes to the outside of Dowling. Here comes Kid Rock, Keith Rocco. High, wide, and handsome off the turn. It is, oh, we've got a yellow. A melee down the front straightaway involving, and involved in it, Ronnie Williams is able to pull away. The 68 of Rafano pulls away, the 3.
Can he vindicate himself? On the outside, Todd Owen again is up to his old tricks. But here comes Mike Christopher, and he is going to roller coaster his way back into the lead.
While he does that, who's going to be the tail that wags the dog? Meanwhile, it is Dowling who gives a smooch to the back bumper that would jar the fillings in anyone's teeth. As they come off the turn, Todd Owen by a wheel at the front. What's it going to be as they head off the turn? It is Todd Owen who becomes the next leader of the event.
As he has just worn out Mike Christopher. So Owen, who has never won this race, he will scamper across the line with the lead on lap number 42. Trying to track him down, Mike Christopher. Chase Dowling is in the neighborhood. Now, Michael Jarvis, we have not talked about Jarvis that much, but he is a contender, one spot ahead of his teammate, Keith Rocco.
Keith Rocco is doing a great job also. He's running about a half a lane up with that number 88 machine.
Joey Cipriano has been in the top 10 all night. He is currently running 6, one spot ahead of Troy Tallman. But it is
look at
Owen
Nick Salva
under attack from the 82.
Nick Salva just pulled off a nice move down in turn number 3. And believe it or not, Tony Membrino has worked his way back into the top 9. Remember, he was involved in a jingle earlier, Matt. So he's come back to life. 44 circuits now complete of 100 in the Napa Auto Parts 6th annual SK 5K event. As they come rumbling off the turn and back to the stripe, it is still a 3-car bid for the lead. Then there's a gap. Still, on the last circuit by, Todd Owen turned a 19.592. Michael Christopher a 19.710. Chase Dowling a 19.631. So it appears that Owen is the fastest car, Dowling is second fastest, and Christopher is third fastest, Matt.
And we are looking at a pretty good battle for 4th and 5th. As a man who has a spot is Keith Rocco, but banging on the door is Jarvis. Also there is Joey Cipriano. Nick Salva, he brought out the first caution, and right now he's in the mainstream, holding off Membrino. So 2 guys were involved in a mishap. They are in the top 10, Salva and Membrino.
Also, we want to mention some other drivers that are coming to the front of the field, like the hot knife through butter, is Marcello Rafano. He's come back to life as he's working his way rather patiently, coming back up front. David Arute is also going forward. Tyler Hines and Ronnie Williams is back up to the top 11. Looking back at the times, last time by, the quickest time turned was Dowling with a 5:01. Owen, the leader, had a 5:46. So it shows you how quick the times can be, and it appears they're coming up on a lapped automobile. We believe that is the 6 car, Matt, of Corey DiMatteo. It started in the 5th position. Halfway this time when they come to the line. 50 laps are in the record books. We've saved the best for last, the final 50.
Corey DiMatteo has a pretty fast car, so he should be able to stay ahead of our 3 front runners. We have action a little deeper as Rocco is under assault. Joey Cipriano looking for an opening down low. They swoosh off the corner, and Rocco still maintains his 5th place position.
There's no question about it. Last time by, 5:93 was Owen's time, 5:35 was Christopher, 5:26 was Chase Dowling's. Jervis's was at 8:47. Rocco's car, believe it or not, is starting to slow just a bit. That could be his strategy, though, as he's trying to save some tire management. You have to wonder, Matt.
Well, here comes Cipriano trying to make a move in car number 78. He almost got underneath Rocco. You know, if Rocco's trying to save his car, this is one of the few times he's ever had that strategy. He usually is in attacking mode all the time.
Well, you know, the man that runs second in the points, Michael Jarvis, has had 8 top 10s and 6 top 5s. And he is second place finisher. His worst finish this season, Matt, believe it or not, is 8th. So that's pretty impressive all by itself.
An impressive move by Salva as he has got underneath Cipriano. Now he's going against Rocco. And here is Nick Salva from the shadows. He is in the top 5.
Well, that's been happening. Look up front. First, second, and third. You could put a paperclip between them. And now Chase Dowling dives to the inside. He does a little body slam on Michael Christopher. They come off the turn. Christopher up on the wheel. Dowling, no slouch by any of your imaginations. Down to the inside. Chase Dowling has used some muscle to take over the runner-up spot. But I don't think Mike Christopher's done yet, Matt.
As he still hangs out on the outside, as he was a victim of an elbow, almost drove him close to the wall. Now he's trying to retaliate. Owen has the lead on lap number 56.
So Chase Dowling has moved into second. Michael Christopher is in third. Look at where we see Ronnie Williams. He's back to the top 9, and Membrino is in the top 8. Now, just a few laps ago, remember back on 40? Guess where those guys were? And they're in a battle right now, Matt. Side-by-side quest. This is the best we've seen Membrino run this season with that race car.
Yeah, and on Ronnie Williams' comeback tour tonight, he's made most of his moves on the inside, but he just whirlwinded his way past Membrino with an outside move. So that Ronnie Williams car, it might be good everywhere on the track. The same could be said tonight for Todd Owen, and right now the lead is almost evaporated as here comes Dowling, trailing by only a molecule.
As they head down the back straightaway, Dowling dips down low as they work their magic off turn number 4. Chase Dowling goes down underneath. Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Dowling has come from a 21st starting position to take over position number 1.
So the North Carolinian has the lead with 40 to go. Dropping back to second is Owen. Now Nick Salva is under siege as Salva is being blasted by Ronnie Williams. Ronnie Williams is coming through traffic. Next on his hit list is Rocco.
We've got to spin off the back straightaway. It's car number 1X that went down, but it continues in forward motion, and that's going to leave us under green. What a story. Chase Dowling has won this event back in 2017. Last year, he ran on the Wheel and Modified Tour, finished second in the standing. He vacated the ride that he was running and decided that he was going to become an independent. Trouble now. Look at Mike Christopher. He's down underneath Owen. A bid for the runner-up spot. As they come off turn number 4, they're side by side in a battle for second.
And Christopher has leverage, and he has second spot. So now I'll have to try to run down Dowling. In fourth, that is Michael Jarvis getting a challenge from Keith Rocco. And Ronnie Williams has come from the wilderness. He is in 6th place, and it looks like he has plenty of ammunition left in his holster.
And you know what? Keith Rocco just clicked off the quickest lap in this round with a 4:76. So he was playing possum earlier. Jarvis is the second quickest. Leader is Dowling with a 6:21. What that simply means is Dowling is still the leader. Those guys got a way to go.
And Keith Rocco knows how good that Michael Jarvis car is because he owns it and he set it up. And right now he had a difficult time making his patented turn 3 move against Michael Jarvis.
And it appears that Michael Christopher's car is starting to slow just a bit. Sounds like something has went awry beneath the hood of car number 82. His last time was a 20.147. So Michael Christopher's car all of a sudden, and while that's been happening, Dowling is literally pulled away from all of the opposition. Dowling's last circuit, 19.664. Owens, 19.809. Michael Jarvis, 19.734. Keith Rocco, 19.671.
Good battle shaping up between Rocco and Ronnie Williams. A fight for the top 5. And they are combining to close the gap between them and Michael Jarvis. So that is a very interesting 3-way shootout. Here comes Ronnie Williams. Fossilized Rocco. But Rocco was able to bounce back.
Williams has clicked off some quick times now. He's picking up the pace ever so slightly with a 19.491. Caution flag is out. Car number 29, Kenny Horton. Both of these cars in the front row have come a long way to get to the front.
But you would think with Chase Dowling's Whelen Tour pedigree that he knows how to conserve tires. He got
Look
a
at
dynamite
Williams.
restart.
Look at Ronnie Williams. I told you, this kid is the hottest kid in open modified racing during the last few weeks. And we've got a car that is just, and it is Rafano who comes out underneath the wheel and lights between turns 3 and 4. He runs the 00 for the open shows here at Stafford. The green is out, and that time by a whisker, Matt. Owen had it at the line, but what's it going to be off turn 2?
And Todd Owen, one of the toughest on the outside on the restarts, and he is going to blur his way into the lead.
Look at Rocco.
Hanging tough with him is Keith Rocco on the outside as they whirlwind their way across the line. Your new leader is Todd Owen. He is back in front.
But Chase Dowling doesn't know the meaning of fear or giving up. He continues to be right in the mix of this dogfight. Williams was so strong a lap or so ago. He is now slightly off the pace. But guess what? In a zone of his own, here comes Dowling. But look at Keith Rocco. He gave a power assist to the back bumper of Todd Owen. As they come off the turn, it is Rocco into second.
There's that move that Rocco has invented.
Beautiful move. He's done it a million times here at Stafford as Keith Rocco puts the Wheelers Automotive machine into the #1 spot. What does Chase Dowling think of that? He says, if he can do it, why can't I? We're going to see down in turn number 3. Hold on to the edge of your seat. But no, he can't complete the mission. But here comes Jervis, Mr. Consistency. Car number 33 in the outside lane, and Ronnie Williams.
We have trouble in the turn.
Ooh, we've got a mess.
Troy Tallman is knocked around. He runs into Galco.
And Salva is down on the infield. Back up through the gears. We're green and racing.
Here comes Rocco escaping from the clutches of Owen. And he is in sole control of the lead.
Look at him come off that turn. And look at Membrino. And Tyler Hines, some surprises there. They came out of nowhere, Matt.
Tony Membrino very optimistic at the start of the day. He is running 4th right behind Owen. He has some company from the outside.
Here comes Williams.
It is Williams who has not quit tonight. He is trying to crack his way into the top 4.
Well, Williams is doing just that. Membrino is fighting like a... Oh, down the front straightaway. Todd Owen comes up on the back of the number 31 machine. Owen takes the low road. They are 3 wide as they're coming off the turn.
And we're still under green. Owen has faded to about 10th place.
They come off turn number 4 and work their magic back to the line. And we should also mention that Marcello Rafano has now surfaced among the top positions as well, Matt.
Boy, he has had a roller coaster ride. We have a side-by-side battle for 4th and 5th between Cipriano and Williams. And Williams going high in the corner, and it worked for him. He is able to get the spot. That's Marcello Rafano, who did that unique move high in the corner, and he was able to whiplash his way into 4th.
What a dogfight battle we've got right there, and there's no question about it. Owen is trying to make up some valuable ground that he lost. Let's look at Chase Dowling. Just clicked off the quickest lap in this group or run, and then Ronnie Williams is right there with him. A 673 to a 674. You know what that means? It means that there isn't much at all between 3rd and the 2nd place car, and Williams is coming. He's had more lives than a cat tonight.
You can fit about a particle between Dowling and Williams' car in the ferocious fight for 2nd.
20 laps to go when they get to the line, Matt.
And Cipriano getting a challenge from Rafano. Rafano is another guy who refuses to die.
And they continue to go to put battle there. Also coming back up to the front of the field. Some other drivers we should mention is David Arut's up to 8th. Andrew Moeller's up in the 7th spot as Todd Owen got bounced back to the 9th position, and I'm sure he's not a happy camper. Clock is
Moeller
ticking.
making an electrifying move underneath Tyler Hine. So Moeller has been kicked around, bumped around, but he is in 6th place with 19 laps to go.
Look at Ronnie Williams. He's all over the back bumper of the number 31 machine. Little cat and mouse action like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. And it appears that Dowling continues to hold on to that 2nd spot. But watch Williams get a run off that turn. Here's the turn. Look at the move. Off the turn, it is Ronnie Williams up to 2nd. Chase Dowling. And car number 31 has a rub rail that is rubbing on the right rear tire. Remember that little bruise and bump that took place between him and Todd Owen? Williams is up to 2nd. Matt, is Williams done yet? Let's look at the times. No, he is not. 19.471 to a 5.33 of Keith Rocco.
Keith Rocco was enjoying the side of Williams battling Dowling for 2nd, but now that Williams has moved ahead, he has to worry because Williams has a quick car and he knows how to finish races. Cipriano has had one of his great runs in the SKs. 4th, Refrano, the comeback kid, is 5th. Moeller, another comeback kid, is right behind in 6th. Then it's Hines, Arute, Owen in 9th, Membrino in 10th.
You know, drivers like Membrino, they just haven't given up this entire race. Oh, trouble now.
Trying to get underneath,
oh,
and
it's a 25 machine.
Tyler Hines in trouble.
Tyler Hines got crossed up, gathered it
stay
back.
under green after the altercation between Hines and Arute.
So
and Ronnie Williams is gaining ground.
He certainly is. Quickest lap last circuit by was a 4.41. Guess who? Ronnie Williams. We're looking at our monitors. You can see all of this if you're tuned in. Here comes Williams. He's all over the back bumper of the number 88 machine. Williams dives to the inside, Matt.
And Rocco had the spot protected. Let's see what happens as they whiplash their way into turn number 1. Rocco in charge, but only by a pinky against Ronnie Williams. Remember, those two guys have had issues, especially last year. So let's see what Williams does. Right now, he might be waiting a couple laps to pull off his A move.
Well, it's got to come pretty soon because we've just clicked off lap number 89. Williams again turns a 5.17, Rocco a 5.42, and Dowling a 5.76.
Here comes
Look
Williams
at Williams
going for the lead.
Bottom shot move. You leave the door open and a stranger comes in, but it's no stranger to winning in modifieds this season, as this guy is the defending race winner. But will he have the lead? No way. Keith Rocco takes it back. Rocco's turn always has been turn number 3.
Well, for a while they were frozen together like popsicle sticks. Now Williams has inside position. Here he comes as he tries a whirlwind his way underneath Rocco. Turn number 3 is when the move usually happens. Rocco is able to maintain his turf with 8 laps to go.
He comes off the turn. He runs right in the tire tracks as they dive down into turn number 1. Ronnie Williams looks up high, thinks twice of it, pulls right back into formation. Remember, the patented turn for Keith Rocco is 3, but Williams is going to teach him a lesson. Bonsai move to the bottom. Off turn number 4. They come back to the stripe, and it is dead even. But the scoring and timing shows that Keith Rocco had it by a microsecond as he was the guy in command. But it's not over with yet.
Rocco looking good on the outside. He is leading by a quarter of a car as they rumble their way into turn number 4. Rocco on the outside gets bumped by Williams. And it didn't slow Williams down. Williams is on the verge of regaining the lead.
Down into turn number 3. Rocco is back in command. Williams doesn't give up. Moves to the inside. Body slam off turn number 4. Back to the line. Keith Rocco still in command. 95 and counting.
Now down to the final 5. What will Williams do? He loves to make the move in turn number 3, just like Rocco does. Right now, he is pestering the back bumper of the Rocco car. It has been physical. It has been chaotic. It has been Rocco trying to win this race for the first time.
There's no question about it. Rocco's still in command. Here comes Williams. He's got a nice run for it, Matt. But what will happen down to the bottom of turn 3? It is Rocco who shakes him off. This time, when they come to the stripe, off turn number 4, it is lap number 97, now complete of 100.
A 3-lap scoot for the loot. Down low, Williams refuses to go away as he tries to bludgeon his way underneath
There he goes.
Rocco. Do or die time for Ronnie Williams. And they are dead even, heading into turn 4.
As they reach the line, timing and scoring shows that Rocco still had it by a molecule. But Williams fights back. Williams takes over the lead. Off turn number 2. Rocco up on the wheel. Williams on the inside. Wheel to wheel. It's side by side. This is what the SK Modified division is all about. As they come off turn number 4, white flag is out there standing and jumping in the grandstands here at Stafford.
Surgically attached, 1 to go. Rocco on the outside. He cranks it up again. Williams trying to hold him off. Here comes Williams on the inside. Rocco stays on the outside.
Williams tries to hold on inside lane. They come off turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, in the closest finish we've seen in this event, it is Ronnie Williams unofficially to take down the win. Keith Rocco to finish in the runner-up spot. Chase Dowling in 3rd. But in just a moment, he's getting out of the automobile. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go down trackside to a very successful and talented Ronnie Williams.
It's been quite a week, guys, for Ronnie Williams, and we're going to see if we can get Doug Dunleavy in here in a moment as well for the Gamblers Challenge drill paw to see the draw, that is, to see who will get the extra cash. What an amazing 7 days, Ronnie. This one, obviously, not easy, having to come to pit lane midway through with that flat tire, and then the late race battle between you and Keith Rocco. I don't know where to start, so take us through your 100 laps here.
Yeah, I was trying to take it easy at the beginning, and we just got caught up in a little wreck coming out of 4, and had a flat left, flat right. The rack's all messed up, and it just shows how good these guys are. And 3rd year in the row for them, 2nd for me, and we're definitely happy to be bringing home this big check and all these trophies.
Yeah, what does it mean to you to win this event on top of New Hampshire Motor Speedway last Sunday, Seekonk on Wednesday, and now your 2nd Napa SK 5K?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You know, you take it one race at a time. You don't take anything granted. Things can fall apart real quick, so we're going to ride this as long as we can. Hopefully we can keep this going here. It's great momentum, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
All right, you got one more thing to do, and that's the Dunleavy's Gamblers Challenge. I don't know, where's Doug? All right, we're going to see if we can get Doug in here in a bit. We're going to mix them up. Somebody's going to get some extra money here. 11th to 20th. Each of those drivers will get an extra $1,000 or extra $500 for those drivers that finished 11th to 20th here. An extra $500. They will split the $5,000 evenly, courtesy of Doug Dunleavy, as he doubled all the money that these drivers and participants put into the pot here tonight. They each put in $100. He doubled it. 25 drivers, $25 times 2, courtesy of Doug. That's $5 grand. And wow, those that finished in the top 20, 11th to 20th, going to get an extra paycheck here tonight. Let's hear from some of the other top 3 finishers. Jeff is standing by with Keith Rocco.
Keith, you made some great moves throughout the race. You had a great dive into turn 3 to take the lead at one point. You were so close there at the end. What more did you need to do to take that $5,000 home?
Yeah, we probably just needed to ride a little bit more in the beginning and save a little bit of tire. You know, we were really good. We had good drive. We just a little right front got used up. We were a little too tight into the middle. But I think I'm the king of second in this race. You know, 2 years in a row, second to Ronnie. You know, it was a good race, good battle, good show for the fans. He did a good job. But I got to thank Hocon Industrial Gas, 811 Call Before You Dig, Arbitel Convenience Stores, John and Maine Rafano, Wheeler's Auto, Dunleavy's Truck and Trailer Repair, Napa Auto Parts, and Pettit for the awesome horsepower, Mark Green Construction, D&G Paving, and Troy Race Cars, my whole team, and Stafford Speedway for putting a great show on like this. You know, they pack the stands, they get good car count, and they had one heck of a show.
Everyone, let's hear it for our second place finisher. Keith Rocco. Third place, Chase Dowling. Started way back in 21st. You fought your way up to first place, and then you fell back a little bit. What happened that kept you from getting this win?
Well, we had a pretty good car. I got to thank Nick Kopchik, puts a lot of heart and soul in this. People don't realize how hard he works inside the shop. But the whole Kopchik family, Holcon Industrial Gas, SNS Asphalt Paving, Star Finish Motorsports, Holcon, TA for the power. I mean, we had a lot of fun tonight, and I don't know what just happened. We were going on the front stretch and just something cut off, something happened with the motor. We were like, oh man, but obviously had a lot of fun tonight. It was good to be back at the 5K. Congrats to the 50 team.
Well, a great return to the SK Mods. Chase Dowling with a third place finish, hard fought, 21st to third place. Celebration is still continuing here in Victory Lane.